Quick question for you. Did you even realize that most people watch social videos these days with the sound completely turned off? Seriously, tons of folks scroll with their phones muted, and if your content doesn't immediately grab them visually in those first 2 seconds, poof, it's gone forever. That's precisely why on-screen captions and smart visual elements are no longer optional features. They are the absolute table stakes for modern content creation. Effective captions ensure your crucial message actually lands with the viewer, make your content accessible to everyone, and most importantly, keep people engaged instead of just scrolling right past. But here's the frustrating reality. A lot of the platform's automatic captions are frankly just rough around the edges. They will frequently get important words wrong, time the subtitles terribly, or simply slap on the same incredibly bland subtitle style everyone else is currently using. When it's the same font, same color, and same boring box every single time, you are essentially becoming invisible in a massive sea of identical looking videos. Now, a few apps attempt to step in and solve this exact issue, but they often feel clunky or charge an exorbitant amount just for one singular feature. Or perhaps you've used tools that claim to turn your long videos into short clips, but they just spit out random disconnected snippets that don't tell a cohesive story. That significant gap between your long-form content and high-performing short clips is exactly what the right system is trying to close for creators like you. Think of this smarter solution as your dedicated behind-the-scenes editor that genuinely understands the nuances of what makes short clips truly pop on social feeds. You simply drop in a long video. It could be an interview, a podcast recording, or a live stream, and the system scans everything intelligently. It then automatically finds the specific moments most likely to go viral across platforms and turns them into perfectly ready to post short clips in seconds. This isn't just chopping footage based on basic timecodes. It intelligently looks for those subtle energy shifts, the perfect sound bites, and those genuine laugh-out-loud moments that hook an audience. So instead of spending countless hours hunting through hours of footage manually, you get a stack of genuinely usable clips in just a few minutes' time. But finding the moments is only about half of the overall magic that drives results on social media. Once you have those fantastic clips, you absolutely still need to make them visually scroll-stopping, which is where styling and pacing become critical factors. Too many creators force captions on as a rushed afterthought and then wonder why their engagement metrics aren't showing any significant improvement. With this new workflow, adding clean, perfectly on-point subtitles is integrated right into the creation process from the very start. You gain the ability to tweak the actual text, easily fix any misheard words from the initial pass, and style the captions to perfectly match your unique brand vibe. That means absolutely nothing generic and definitely nothing boring gets published to your valuable audience feed. Furthermore, if your original recording features multiple different speakers, the system helps you cleanly separate those voices for clarity. This means a 1-hour podcast episode with 3 panelists can easily become multiple distinct short clips, each with consistent labeling and subtitle styling. It makes it significantly easier for your viewers to follow the conversation and exponentially easier for you to repurpose that single asset. Let's address another huge pain point for dedicated creators. Maintaining posting consistency across all your channels is incredibly tough. You know you should be sharing clips regularly, but life inevitably happens. The editing piles up and suddenly your channel goes completely radio silent. The automated scheduling feature is specifically designed to completely fix that issue by taking the manual work off your plate. You simply set how often you want new clips published, choose which platforms they should go to, and let the system queue everything up automatically. It posts right according to your preferred rhythm, so you never have to babysit every single upload again to maintain momentum. This provides you with steady presence growth without forcing you to sacrifice your valuable evenings and weekends to constant uploading. Because social strategies can quickly become messy without a clear overview, this tool also bundles a dedicated content calendar. This calendar gives you that single unified view of exactly what is publishing where and at what specific time next week or next month. You can easily rearrange posts, make minor caption tweaks, or swap out clips, all without ever needing to open 5 different external applications. That capability means you can actually plan an entire month of high-quality social posts in a single morning instead of losing 2 evenings fiddling with individual uploads. Now, I know the resident skeptics in the audience are already thinking about all those other options currently available out there in the market. Tools like Capwing or Clipchamp might do an acceptable job with quick edits and basic subtitles, but they often leave you with cookie-cutter results unless you manually redo everything. Descript is brilliant for transcript-based editing, yet it can feel overly expensive if you need regular high-volume content output, and sometimes their auto-clip choices aren't tuned for short-form virality. And many pure scheduling tools only focus on the posting aspect. They certainly don't help you create the engaging content in the first place. This specific solution isn't claiming to be absolutely perfect, because no tool ever truly is, but it's built thoughtfully around the entire content loop. It helps you find the best moments, make them look and read fantastic, and then efficiently get them published consistently to your waiting audience. Here is what a typical session looks like without sounding like a tedious, step-by-step tutorial for a new user. You upload your raw, unedited footage. The system then does the heavy lifting by spotting the best sound bites and detecting peaks in potential audience appeal. Next, it swiftly generates that initial batch of compelling short clips ready for your immediate review. You briefly skim the generated clips, you fine-tune any necessary subtitle text, and then you select a style that immediately matches your established brand identity. If you want to prioritize clips specifically from a certain guest or cut together a specific highlight reel, you can easily filter by speaker or topic. The system will then automatically regroup those clips accordingly, which is a massive time saver for creators juggling many different shows. Also, for creators who truly sweat over every last tiny detail, subtitle customization matters far more than most people realize. Overly fancy fonts and bright colors can easily backfire if they noticeably reduce readability when someone is viewing on a small mobile screen. This tool provides you with practical styling options that guarantee captions remain bold and perfectly readable while still allowing you to stand out effectively. You need to emphasize a specific point in the dialogue. You can easily highlight keywords, animate entire phrases, or introduce subtle transitions so the text feels lively without becoming a distraction. Ultimately, the goal here is always to keep the viewer's attention locked squarely on your core content, not just on flashy visual effects. I completely understand that this kind of powerful automation can sound almost too good to be true if you have been burned by other tools before. What truly sets this solution apart is that it's specifically tuned for creators who demand scale without ever having to compromise on the final quality of their message. It is not designed to be just another basic template factory or a simple scheduling calendar that posts the exact same content across every single platform. It is actively trying to think like a content strategist who studies exactly what makes a video go viral: short runtime, clear messaging, readable text, and perfect platform timing. Let's also briefly touch upon costs and the overall workflow efficiency, as some creator tools lock essential features behind prohibitively expensive tiers. This system's pricing model is intentionally built to be creator-friendly, offering the core benefits you actually need without forcing upgrades for basic usability. Because it so drastically speeds up the entire content repurposing pipeline, it often pays for itself in recovered time, leading to faster audience growth. Here's a real-world angle. Imagine taking a standard 90-minute panel interview that would normally require hours of manual clipping and subtitling. With the Smart tool, you instantly get a structured batch of clips, the guest's best takes, the funniest moments grouped together, and the best explainer segments. You then set the posting cadence, and the system cues all those perfectly styled clips to roll out automatically across your chosen platforms. You absolutely still retain full creative control. You can edit captions or swap out clips, but the majority of the tedious heavy lifting is completely automated. I will be completely honest, nothing will ever truly replace a thoughtful human edit when you are aiming for that single masterpiece level clip. However, for achieving necessary volume, consistency, and turning long form into social fodder that actually performs, this tool is your reliable wingman for the grind. It is fundamentally about removing that massive pile of daily busy work so you can finally concentrate your energy on the art of storytelling. So, if you are currently trying to build a significant presence from long-form recordings, you should absolutely give this smarter approach a serious try. Use it to generate the clips, refine those subtitles so they sound authentically human rather than robotic, and let the schedule keep your content fresh. You will notice two major changes pretty fast: way more clips out in the world, and significantly less editing dread hanging over your head. One final thought: content is definitely competition, but not every creator needs to become a full-scale budget studio just to win the game. The real secret sauce lies in smart tools that deeply respect your limited time and help you present your ideas with crystal clear clarity. Make your valuable long videos work much harder. Surface the moments that matter, make them readable, and get them out there consistently to grow your channel. And yes, achieving that consistency is significantly less soul-crushing than having to manually edit every single piece of content yourself from scratch. So go dig up that old live stream or that deep dive podcast episode and start turning it into bite-sized content that actually lands with your audience. Your future self, the one with a thriving channel, and your entire follower base will undoubtedly thank you for making this smart change today.